Hello and welcome back to Sports Beyond Cancer. This is Sarah Vitlamurthy. Uh, Hope you are doing good and hope you're having a wonderful time here. I'm welcoming you to this stream here between the first KFC T20 International between New Zealand and India, South Africa here. And the news out here is that New Zealand winning the toss have opted to bat in Maunganui, and Conway, he was wonderfully set up by Kodze in the first over, and he's been dismissed for just one run of 5 balls, caught by Tony D. Zorzi and bowled Gerald Kodze. And Latham and Tim Robinson are out there in the middle as New Zealand are 14 for 1 after 2 wickets here, after 2 overs here, beg your pardon there. So hope you're having a wonderful time and hope you're enjoying the stream here. And kindly requesting you to this time the ball crashing in to the patch here. Good ball there from Kodze. He's wrapped on the pads and the fingers raised up. And the umpires raised his finger here. And Tom Latham, he's having a discussion with Robinson at the non-strikers. And he decides that he's out here. He is not keen about taking the review here. Tom Latham has decided that it's definitely crashing into the stumps here. Good ball here, and the ball, good length delivery, good shape on the ball there. The ball just swinging into the left-hander, and he's wrapped on the fats there, and the umpire quickly raises his finger, and that will be the second wicket here for South Africa. And New Zealand are 14 for 2 after 2.1, and Kodze is breathing fire here. 1.1 overs, 3 runs, 2 wickets. He's removed both the New Zealand openers, and South Africa definitely having an upper hand here. What a wonderful start to this KFC T20 International Tournament. Earlier this morning, we witnessed the game between the South African women and the KIWIS, where the KIWIS were extremely strong, courtesy match-winning performance by Amelia Kerr with the bat, and then Georgia Plimer with the bat, and then Sophie Devine bowling beautifully, picking up 4 wickets for 15 or 12 runs, if I'm not wrong there, and getting South Africa the much required, New Zealand the much required victory in that game there. So with that said, hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you had a wonderful time, because it's been quite some time since the World Cup. Probably, I think exactly 1 week since the World Cup. Felt good taking a small break here. A lot of projects, and also could cater to some rest and also to my health there. And hope you all are doing good too. Eagerly waiting for you all to come back here on this channel, Sports Beyond Cancer here. So with that said, 14 for 2 after 2.1 overs as Kodze, he's running in to bowl to Kelly, who's out there in the middle. A lot of changes in both the camps post the World Cup here, and this time is straight outside the off stump, outside the wide guideline, and that will be a wide ball here. The umpire will flex his arms, and Nick Kelly is out there in the middle at number 4 for New Zealand here. 15 for 4 or 15 for 2 after 2.1 overs. So that's been the story so far here. Good ball this time from Kodze. The ball just beating the batter, and that'll be just a dot ball here. Nick Kelly in the last minute deciding to leave the ball alone, and that'll be dot ball here. To all the folks who have joined us today on Sports Beyond Cancer, welcome to this wonderful clash. Hope you're enjoying the stream. Hope you're enjoying the contest here. And here is Kodze running in as Nick Kelly charges down the ground. The ball banged in short outside the off stump, and he's just managed to cut it away towards the ball off the outside edge, running away towards the third man region there. That'll just be a single, nothing more than a single here. And that'll be 16 for 2 after 2.3 overs. This time banged in shot, straying down the leg, and Robinson wanted to play it over the keeper's head there. That'll just be a dot ball here. The ball was banged in short. Robinson shuffling way across the off stump, trying to play it over the wicket keeper, but does not get any contact on the ball there. And that'll just be a dot ball here. Koidze, he's hitting the deck hard. He is definitely in the rhythm. He's definitely breathing fire here. No wonder he's picked up 2 wickets, 1.4 overs, 2 wickets for 5 runs here. A slight change in the field here for Koidze. The long on's been sent back towards the boundary, and Koidze is in the attack here. Protection out there in the deep towards the long on. Probably it's going to be a full length delivery now. Probably he'll be attacking the stumps here. And this time a full length delivery. Good ball angling into the stumps here. And is driven it away towards the long on written there. And that'll be just 1 run. And Kelly is off the mark. Robinson is on 6 of 4 and Kelly 1 of 2. And the run rate just 6 runs and over. New Zealand in some early trouble after winning the toss and choosing to bat. New Zealand in some trouble here because courtesy Koidze, Gerald Koidze, he's bowled brilliantly there. 1.5 overs, 6 runs and 2 wickets. Here is Koidze running into bowl to Kelly here. This time a slow delivery outside the off stump, and Kelly is early into the shot here. Does not read the change of pace on the ball there. Off the outside as the ball just swirling in the air, just goes above the head of the point fielder there and falls in no man's land there. Lucky reprieve there for the batter there, and it'll be the ball will be cut off by the fielder there, coming in from the third man region there. Nothing more than a single here. And after the end of 3 overs here, 18 for 2 New Zealand after opting to bat here at Mount Maunganui in Bay Oval here. Othniel Bartman has been brought into the attack for the first time in this innings here. And with best of 4 for 11, he'll be running into bowl to Nick Kelly here. South Africa, a plethora of talent in the fast bowling department. We also in the World Cup with the likes of Rabada and Lungi Engidi, Marco Jansen, Corbin Bosch, and Mfaka. And today in this series they have a different unit here. Almost 12 players from the T20 World Cup being rested here for South Africa because they have an entire new lineup here. And they have the likes of Nokobani Mukoyena, Othniel Bartman, Gerald Koidze, and Mulder, Sipamla, and Similine, and a lot of new bowlers in the mix here for South Africa. A lot of new players here. This time straying down the leg, and the wicketkeeper's corner has dived extremely towards his right there. Managed to get some gloves on that, and the ball bounces off his gloves, deflected off his gloves, and runs away towards the fine leg, deep fine leg region there. The batters will cross over for 1 run, then that'll be a wide to poor bowling here from Bartman, straying down the leg here. Here is Bartman running into bowl to Robinson. And he is just backed away. He'll have to go back and bowl the ball once again there. Halfway through his run-up, he's decided to stop. Probably losing his footing there. Here is Bartman once again. This time a slow ball. The ball's in the air. Robinson does not get any timing behind that shot. He's only managed to hit it straight down towards the mid-on field there. And a good diving catch towards the front from George A. Linde. And he's held on to the catch here. And Bartman will get his first wicket of this evening here, as Robinson will have to depart here. Poor shot here. Good length delivery. Slow one. And Bartman trying to hit it too hard as the bat turning in his hands. And George Linde, a dive catch, jumping towards his front, and he's managed to hold on to the catch, and that'll be the dismissal of third wicket here. That's the reason I was speaking. A plethora of talent here for South Africa in the fast bowling lineup here. We saw in the World Cup with the likes of the Rabadas and the Lungi Yangiris and the Marco Jansen and the Corbin Bosch and Mfaka. And tonight, almost 12 players from that campaign in the T20 World Cup have been rested tonight here, and they have brought in a fresh team tonight with just the likes of Keshav Maharaj leading the side tonight, and only I think Keshav Maharaj, George Linde, Jason Smith. I think only 3 or 4 players from the World Cup squad are currently present here. Otherwise, it's a completely new mix for South Africa. Even for New Zealand, a lot of new players here. Tom Latham, Tim Robinson, Nick Kelly, Bevan Jacobs, and Kyle Jamieson, Ben Sears, Josh Clarkson, Nathan Smith, and Cleaver, and Katin D. Clark, and Jaden Lennox. So a lot of new players amongst the mix here compared to the squad in the T20 International World Cup, which just concluded, where India went on to win the World Cup for the T20 World Cup for the third time in the cricketing history, becoming the first nation to win the T20 World Cup, International World Cup for 3 times, and also becoming the first nation to win it at home, and also to becoming the first nation to defend the T20 title in the cricketing history. So definitely what a tournament we've had, what an absolute spectacle we had during the ICC Men's T20 World Cup 2026. An absolute lot of things at stake for a lot of teams, and India definitely proving a world statement that they are here to play, and they definitely defended the title in grand fashion. They're beating New Zealand by a huge margin in the finals here. New Zealand will be keen to put off those trauma and the defeat behind, and will be looking to start fresh, but it looks that they are definitely finding themselves down the rot here, as Bartman, what a ball, peach of a delivery here for Nick Kelly. What a ball here from Bartman. The ball, wonderful seams position, and pitching in a good length area, and completely beating the batter there, and he's crashed into the stumps here. The bails goes flying away, and what a peach of a delivery. Absolutely unplayable there from Bartman. The batter had no clue at all. He was absolutely clueless. Wonderful ball banged in, hitting the deck hard, and the ball pitching and suddenly skidding into the left-hander there, and Nick Kelly late into the defense and completely outplayed, and Bartman will have the final laugh here. What a wonderful ball here, as Nick Kelly will have to depart for 2 runs of 5 balls bowled by Bartman. It's a double wicket over here for Bartman. He's picked up 2 wickets off his 4 balls, and he still has 2 more balls to go, as New Zealand has 21 for 4, as Nick Kelly has been dismissed for 2 runs here. New Zealand definitely in deep trouble here. They're definitely in the trouble here in this contest here. Winning the toss, opting to bat, and 21 for 4. Not the kind of situation they would have wanted to be after winning the toss here. Here is Bartman running into ball to Mitchell Santner. Once again, good delivery, shaping away from the left-hander. Mitchell Santner happy to just defend it towards the front of the cover point fielder there. That'll just be a dot ball here. What a peach of a delivery that was from Bartman. The last previous ball, beg your pardon, Nick Kelly absolutely clueless. The ball pitching and skidding into the left-hander there, and the bails flying way over the wicket keeper there. That speaks volumes about the kind of pace he's been generating. Bartman, he's hitting the deck hard here this time. Once again, good in delivery, and Mitchell Santner a defense, and the ball Rolling away towards the mid-off field there. And that will be a dot ball to end the over. Just 3 runs and 2 wickets coming off Bartman's first. A double wicket blow here for New Zealand. And 21 for 4 after the end of 4 overs here. The Black Caps. To all the folks watching the stream, kindly request you to hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button there, because every single subscription and every time you hit that like button, the YouTube algorithm will push it to many other people out there in the world there, and we'll be eager to welcome more number of people into the stream here, because we want to build a community. And kindly just takes 1 second of your life, just hit that like and subscribe button there, and that'll do the world of good to us, because it'll bring me back the hope in life to fight against life, to fight against all the odds, and wake up with a purpose every single day, because the last 2.5 years have been no purpose for me, because it's been a battle of life and death. And thank you so much for making me believe in this journey, and thank you so much for being an integral part of Sports Beyond Cancer. Kindly request you to hit that like and subscribe button there. And here is well, we are still watching the replays of how Nick Kelly was cleaned up there. Great seam position, great swing, and he's cleaned him up. Here is Koidze this time. Outside the off stump, he's driven it in the air, just going past the point fielder there, underneath the point fielder. The ball running away towards the boundary point region there, and he'll cut it off in the deep, and that'll just be 2 runs here for Santner, and he's off the mark here. The ball was in the air for quite some time. Was it a catch there in the point region there? We'll have to wait and watch here. Here is Santner. Oh, full length delivery outside the off stump. Santner tries to drive it there. No footwork at all there. The ball just whizzing past the outside edge, and that'll just be nothing more than a dot ball here. What a wonderful ball. A great seam position, great shape on that one, and good carry to the wicket keeper corner. And that'll be a dot ball. To all the folks watching the stream, hope you're enjoying it, and hope you managed to hit that like and subscribe button there, because every single time you hit that like button, the YouTube algorithm will push it to the many other people out there on their home pages and on their home feed there. And also do ensure you hit that subscribe button and help us reach to that 1,000 goal mark here. This time a full in delivery, and Mitchell Santner, wonderful punch down the ground. The ball goes past the mid-off field there, and the ball running away into the boundary there. Great shot here from Mitchell Santner. That'll do a world of good for the New Zealand camp and the New Zealand fans, and as well as Mitchell Santner there. Great punch shot. He checked his shot, did not try to hit the ball too hard, and wonderful placement. The ball rolling away into the boundary there, and New Zealand will need definitely more of those because we all know this is a good surface to bat on, but poor shot selections, and 4 wickets are down the drain here for BlackCaps here. Here is Koidze, banks in short outside the off stump, and is left it for the wicket keeper. That'll just be a dot ball here. And this time Jacobs has hit it straight down the ground. That will be a 6 here for Jacobs here. The ball going towards the long on region there. A good shot here. And that will be 6 runs here for Jacobs here. It was a full length delivery and a wonderful shot here from Jacobs. Here is Bartman running into ball to Jacobs here this time. Good length delivery. Jacobs punches it down the ground, but Bartman holds on to it. That'll just be a dot ball here. New Zealand definitely need to get a move on here. It's the last over of the power play. 36 for 4 after opting to bat here. Here is Bartman. This time is charging down the ground. Jacobs once again, good length delivery. He's a little bit early into the shot. Tried to drive it through the cover region there off the inside as the ball going back to the wicket, to the ball there. That'll just be a dot ball. Nothing more than a dot ball here. Here is Bartman running into ball to Jacobs. Once again, good length delivery. He's punched it towards the cover field. There, risky run here. That could be a risky run here. A direct hit here from Herman. And I think that's curtains for Jacobs here. Direct hit here from Herman at the non-striker's end here. He had only one stump to aim at with the kind of angle he was in, especially while hitting the stumps here. But he's managed to hit it perfectly. I think is definitely shot here by a mile here. And poor running here from Jacobs. He's punched it towards the cover fielders and they scampered for a quick single there. There was no run on offer. Absolutely suicidal. And he will have to take the long walk back. He would be kicking himself while he goes back towards the dressing rooms. Bevan Jacobs, he's played such a wonderful shot in the start of this over, hitting that huge 6. But he's definitely thrown away his wicket here. Poor cricket, and poor judgment, poor communication between the two out there in the middle. And Bevan Jacobs will have to depart for 10 runs of 7 balls. And New Zealand now 36 for 5, half the side back in the dugout here within the span of the first 5 overs, and they are 36 for 5 now. Jimmy Neesham is out there in the middle at with a strike rate of 149.4, an average of 20.41. He is definitely handy with the bat. Can he play and the knock off his life here? Because New Zealand definitely need someone to build the partnership here. Poor running here, and Herman with the direct hit, he's managed to get the wicket of Bevan Jacobs in the last ball here. Robin Herman, what a wonderful hit there. Here is Mitchell Santner, all set to face Bartman. A full length delivery. He's driven it away towards the wide of the long off field there, wide of the mid off field there, and Keshav Maharaj will cut it off, and that'll just be a dot ball to end the over. And that'll be 36 for 5 after the end of the power play here at the Bay Oval here in Mount Maunganui. And this is the South Africa tour of New Zealand. It's the first T20 international in the men's circuit. And earlier this afternoon in New Zealand, we witnessed the women's game between New Zealand and South Africa, where New Zealand, winning the toss, put up a big score of 190 with the likes of Amelia Kerr leading from the front, scoring 78 runs, and Georgia Plimer scoring some 60 odd runs. And then in the bowling department, I think Sophie Devine picking up those 4 wickets for just 12 or 15 runs. And then Just Care bowled beautifully with the new ball. A lot of in-swingers troubling the batters. She picked up 2 wickets, if I'm not wrong, and then coming back and bowling those 2 overs in the death was wonderful from Just Care. And they won by a huge margin there, as South Africa were dismissed for just 110 for 7 after 20 overs, and New Zealand went on to win that game by 80 runs earlier this afternoon in the women's circuit. But now we are back in the men's circuit here as Mokoena is running into ball to Jamie Neesham here. This time, good length delivery, angling away from the left-hander, is driven it away towards the cover point field there. A slight misfield, but he'll get back to the ball as early as possible, and the batters decide that there's no run offer here. To all the folks who are watching the stream, I kindly request you to hit that like and subscribe button there, because every single like, every single subscribe will take us to that mark of 1,000 mark here. I kindly request you to drop a chat in the chat box here, otherwise it makes us feel like that we're just tracking to a camera out there and not any human there. So please do let us know in the chat box from which city you're watching the stream and which team you're supporting tonight in this contest here, because that will make us feel like we're having a human interaction here, we are building a community out here. So kindly requesting you to drop that chat in the chat box there. The chat box belongs to you. Please feel free to drop in that message there. Thank you so much for being an integral part of Sports Beyond Family, Sports Beyond Cancer here. For building a family here, for building a community here. Here is Mokoena. 12 changes have been made in the South African, I think 12 to 13 changes have been made in the South African squad since the T20 World Cup. I think that's a lot of changes, and quite a few number of changes in the New Zealand camp too. Extremely both the units looking extremely different, because the semi-final which these two played, where Finn Allen scored that 100 of 33 balls, had an entire different team on both the sides. But today it's a different opportunity, different day, and different squad. A lot of people will be getting good exposure, a lot of youngsters tonight. So we'll have to wait and watch how things go here in this contest here. 5.69 the run rate as New Zealand 37 for 5 after 6.3 overs. Mokoena is into the attack here. Mokoena into the attack, inside as the ball off the inside edge, going towards the right of the wicket keeper. The batter still scamper for a quick single here. Well, kindly requesting all you people to hit that like button there. Kindly hit that like button there, because only when you hit that like button, the YouTube algorithm will push it to the home page of the other people there, to the other people who can, our visibility will only reach them only when you guys hit that like button. So requesting you to hit that like button as early as possible here. This time, Neesham, Mokoena on the pads, but a slow delivery, and the ball in the air, and a couple of bounces before rolling into the fielder towards the deep square leg region. And that will be a single here. Here is Mokoena running into bowl to Santner. This time, a poor line there. Is banged it in short, straying down the pads of Mitchell Santner. He's just flicked off his pads here, and the ball going over the short fine leg fielder into the boundary. That'll be 4 runs to end the over. 7 runs coming off the over. 2 overs, none for 18 for Mokoena. And that'll be the end of the over here. And it'll end in the grand fashion with the boundary here. And that'll be 43 for 5 after the end of 7 overs. Keshav Maharaj cleaning up Mitchell Santner there, 54 for 6, and New Zealand definitely looking like in deep trouble here. This time Keshav Maharaj banks his shot outside the off stump. He's carried away towards the super coverage, and they'll cross over for a single here. That'll be a single, and McConkey will be off the mark here. 9 from 9 balls for James Neesham, and New Zealand 55 for 6 at 9.4 overs here. They definitely in some deep trouble here. Here is Botman into his third over here, running into ball to James Neesham here. This time a full-length delivery, and he's just driven it away towards the mid-off region there. That'll just be a dot ball here. New Zealand definitely need to build the innings here. This partnership will definitely have to get some runs here, at least a fighting total on board to have something on board here. And 56 for 6 here, 10.1 overs. This time Bartman banks it in short, and Neesham pulls it away. The ball going away towards the long on region there for a single. This time banks it in short, and McConkey just pulls it away towards the wide off deep square leg region there, and they'll come back for 2 runs here. 59 for 6. Good fielding there for the fielder in the deep. As here is Bartman, a slower delivery, and McConkey tries to hit it in the air. He's managed to hit the ball airily, but no power and distance behind that shot here. The ball falling in no man's land, and Gerald Coetzee running in from the mid-off region towards the long off. Will put in a slide, and he'll cut off the ball, and he'll restrict the batters to just 3 runs here. Great fielding to save that 1 run here, and a wonderful change of pace here from Bartman, and McConkey early into the shot on managing to get it on the higher end of the bat, and the ball just lurking in the air over the mid-off fielder there, and for quite some time it was in the air. Just 3 runs coming off the last ball here. 62 for 6 here. Here is Bartman as James Neesham He shuffled way across the off stump and just managed to scoop the ball over the wicket keepers here. In that process, he's fallen onto the ground here. James Neesham. The ball was banged in short once again, and Neesham using the pace on the ball, and he's managed to guide the ball over the fine leg region there for 4 runs here. The last ball of Batman's third over here. Here is Batman running into bowl to James Neesham. Leg cutter outside the off stump, and Neesham has pulled it away towards the long on region there for a single here. And that'll be 67 for 6 after the end of 11 overs. New Zealand after winning the toss and opting to bat here. To all the folks who joined us on Sports Beyond Cancer, hope you're doing good and hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful time here. This is Saurav Vittalmurthy, a former sports journalist, welcoming you all to this first T20 KFC T20 International between South Africa versus New Zealand in this South Africa tour of New Zealand here. And after winning the toss here, New Zealand losing wickets in quick packs, and as you can see the scoreboard, 11 overs, 66 for 6 here, and Neesham and McConkey with the partnership of I think the partnership is just 12 runs of 9 balls there, as Maharaj into his third over here. And this time he's gone for the reverse sweep here, and the ball going way over the backward deep point region there into the boundary there. 6 runs here, clearing the ropes here. James Neesham, innovative there, and unconventional shot here, but that's the kind of cricket he plays. He plays fearless cricket. The ball was banging a little short and turning away, and Jimmy Neesham quickly going for the reverse sweep, and he smashed it. And the ball going over the deep point region there, sailing over his head into the dressing boards there. That'll be 6 runs here. This time bangs it in short, and James Neesham swivels his body and is pulled it away towards the deep fine leg. The batters will come back for 2 runs here. A good throw there. That could have been touch and go there, but Neesham's managed to get back in the crease there. Good fielding in the deep there, sliding towards his left and quickly gets rid of the ball here. An odd bounce towards the wicket keeper, but they'll come back for 2 runs here. Keshav Maharaj, as soon as he saw James Neesham coming down the ground, shortens the length on the ball, and Neesham happy to tap it back to the bowler there. That'll just be a dot ball here. Keshav Maharaj under the pads once again. Neesham happy to tuck it off his pads towards the deep fine leg region there. That'll be a single for James Neesham. He is definitely on the move. 25 from 19 balls, and he'll have to carry his bat along the innings here, because his performance will be key tonight in this contest, because more than half the side back in the dugout, and James Neesham's definitely found some touch out there, so definitely he needs to take the responsibility as injury out there in the deep there. This time the ball flatter one, quicker, a little bit short, and is rocked back, and he's played the cut shot off the outside as the ball going past the wicket keeper and running away towards the third man boundary there. And good fielding there as he, from the short third man region there, he's run back way towards the boundary, put in a full stretch dive, and he's managed to cut the ball just centimeters away from the boundary line there. Great commitment there from the youngster, and he's managed to restrict the batters to just 3 runs here. He's saved 1 run here for the team here. And that will be the end of the 12th over here. And to all the folks watching the stream, kindly request you to hit that like button and subscribe button there, because we will definitely be eager to get to the 1,000 mark as early as possible here. Every single like, every single subscribe will help us in this journey here. Herman's, I think he's been injured in that process here. I think one of the Herman brothers, I'm not sure which Herman it is, J Herman if I'm not wrong there. I think it's J Herman, Jordan Herman. He's been injured and he's probably pulled a muscle or two. We'll have to wait and watch what's. And Mokoena, he has managed to pick up his first wicket of the night here. He is dismissed. James Neesham, the settled batter. New Zealand in deep trouble now, 80 for 7 here. In the earlier game, New Zealand, in the women's game, New Zealand had the upper hand and we saw South African batters struggling. And in this game, the South African bowlers are making a merry and the New Zealand batters are suffering here. What a night for the New Zealand fans here. In the same ground, mixed emotions here for both the teams here. This time, Mokoena, slower ball. Jimmy Neesham trying to play across the line. A faint edge and the ball's gone into the wicketkeeper's gloves and he'll have to take the long walk back here as he's been dismissed. 80 for 7 here, 12.1 as Mokoena, the youngster, picks up his first wicket of the evening here. $80 for 7, 12.1. How much do you think the New Zealanders will be able to make here? And now they are into the tail enders here. The South African pacers. What a plethora of talent the South Africans have. I mean, they have managed to change 12 people from the last game, which they played in the semi-final against New Zealand, and 12 to 13 people have been rested, and a complete new team out here. And the likes of four new pacers to the likes of Nakobani, Mokoena, Oatnil, Bartman, Gerald Kodze, Mulder, and Sipamla, Semilane, and everyone is bowling their hearts out. Most of them are bowling their hearts out tonight with their opportunities here. And Mokoena here is proving once again with the kind of ball and the way he managed to outfox James Neesham in the last ball. And so the New Zealand definitely in some trouble here. Here is Mokoena running into ball to McConkey. This time banks it short, the ball climbing onto the batter there. And the umpire there flexing his arms there. And that'll be a white ball here. The ball was going above McConkey's head here. 82 for 7, 12.3 over South Africa. They have definitely come on the upper hand this evening here at the Bay Oval here. This time, Maunganui, he's managed to pick up the wicket of Fox here. His second wicket here. A second wicket falling in the same over here for the second time in this innings here. And Bartman did early. And now Maunganui this time banks it in short. And the ball was climbing onto the batter there. And off the outside edge, the ball's gone into the wicketkeeper's hands there. And Fox in no position to play the shot here because the ball was climbing onto him quickly. And he's just managed to get the edge on the bat, and Connor Hester is in taking the catch there, and that'll be 8 down here for South Africa, New Zealand, the home team here, definitely in some trouble here. $83 for 8. Maunganui. 3 overs, 2 for 21 as Kyle Jamieson is out there in the middle. Kyle Jamieson, he can definitely bat. Can New Zealand, the current pair, I think this is the last recognized pair, to be honest there, because these two can definitely bat. We have seen Kyle McConaughey can bat in the World Cup, and Kyle Jamieson, he too can definitely bat here. And can he get them to some safety here? Can he get them to somewhere close to 150 mark or 135 mark? Can he give them a fighting totally this time? Keshav Maharaj, beautiful ball coming in with the angle, the ball pitching and turning away from the right hander there, and good link delivery, and off the outside edge as McConaughey tries to punch it down the ground off the outside edge, going past the wicketkeeper's gloves towards the short fine leg fielder there, and the ball keeping a tad low, and the batters will scamper for a quick single here. This time, Jamieson, he's hit it through the cover region there. Misfield there from the cover fielder going beneath his legs. And the batters will come back for 2 runs here. And Jamieson is off the mark here. This time, good ball here from Keshav Maharaj. Quicker one darted in, and the ball pitching and skidding and keeping low on Kyle Jamieson, the tall batter, and the ball crashing into the off stump there. And he's bowled. The off stump goes for a cartwheeling here, and that will be Keshav Maharaj's second wicket of the night here. A wonderful way to end the second wicket of the night here. Wonderful way for Keshav Maharaj to end his spell here. Kyle Jamieson being dismissed for 2 runs of 5 balls. Bowled by Keshav Maharaj. New Zealand, poor show here. 86 for 9 here, ladies and gentlemen. 86 for 9, and definitely in some absolutely shambles here. And to all the folks requesting you to hit that like and subscribe button there. The chat box is open for you. Please do let us know which team you're supporting tonight, and also let us know from which part of the world you're watching this team tonight, because that will mean the world to us. So kindly do let us know in the chat box there. The chat box is open to you. We'll be eager to have some conversation here so that it makes us feel like that we're having a human interaction and having a personal touch, human touch there, not just me speaking out to the camera there. Definitely will mean the world to me, because we have been craving for human interaction since the last 2.5 years battling with life life and death with my fifth cancer here. So requesting you to please let us know in the chat box from which city you're watching the stream and also which team you're supporting tonight in this contest here. 86 for 9 as Maharaj has completed a spell for 2 overs, for 4 overs, 2 for 25 as the ball this time is in the air. Mokoyana is into his third into his final over here. The ball was climbing onto the batter there. McConkey charges down the ground and the ball was in the air, going past the diving efforts of the fielder in the cover, short cover fielder there. And the ball running away towards the deep cover region there for a boundary here. McConkey will probably try to hit as many boundaries as possible because it's the last wicket here. And he'll have to take the charge now. He'll have to get as many runs as possible for New Zealand on the board here. This time, to good change of pace here from Mokoyana. Just within the wide guideline there. Wonderfully bowled there. Keeping it away from the hitting arc of McConkey. We all know that McConkey will probably now take on the bowlers, realizing that it's the last batting. It's the last wicket out here and he has to take most of the charge here. This time banks it in short. The ball way going above the batter's head there. That'll just be wide ball here. Extremely high there. This time banks it in short once again and McConkey goes for the pull shot here but doesn't get Guni timing behind the shot here. The ball's in the air and it will be caught easily by Herman once again in the deep there. An easy catch there for the field in the long on region. They had to run in a couple of yards towards the infield, from the boundary, and once again a slow bouncer and the ball was climbing on the batter there. McConkey decides to go for the big shot here, goes for the pull shot here, only managing to slice it in the air, pull it in the air, and what a wonderful bowling here from Okoyana, the youngster here, 19 years old and from Durban, and is definitely bowled his art out. 3.3 overs, 3 for 26. That's the reason I keep telling that a lot of talent here for South Africa over the years, especially in the fast bowling department. We saw how ruthless they were, how lethal they were in the World Cup with the likes of Marco Jansen, Corbin Bosch, Lungisani Yangidi, and Rick Nokia and Kagiso Rabada in the recent ICC Men's T20 World Cup in India and Sri Lanka. And now we are seeing a completely different unit, and they all come and stood up once again. Oatmeal Bartman, absolute class once again. Gerald Kodze once again today bowled beautifully, and now Nakabani Mokoyana. I think Gerald Kodze 3 overs 2 for 14. Nakabani Mokoyana 3.3 overs 3 for 26, and Oatmeal Bartman 2 for 22, and Keshav Maharaj, the skipper, 4 overs 2 for 25 here. For New Zealand, it's been a sorry state of affairs here. I mean, it was a completely different state of affairs in the women's game earlier this evening in the same ground here, where the New Zealand women scored 190 and South Africa were dismissed somewhere close to 100 or 100, and humiliating defeat for the South African women in that contest, as New Zealand went on to win the game by 80 odd runs, as South Africa were bundled 110 for, only managed 110 for 7 of 20 overs in reply to 190 for 7 from New Zealand there. And that's the scorecard here for New Zealand. There are not much runs here, and as you can see there, nothing there. Just Bevan Jacobs, Mitchell Santner, and James Neesham and Colin McConkey getting to 2-figure mark here, but none of them are batters really actually getting a move on, and that's been the story so far here. Tim Robinson just 6. Devon Kewe early into the shot, threw away his wicket, just missed for 1. Latham just 7 runs. Nick Kelly was bowled by a peach of a delivery by Oatmeal Bartman there for 2 runs, and James Neesham just 26 of 21, and Colin McConkey, that last man to fall, just 15 of 11 balls there. 14.3 overs, 91 New Zealand have been bundled out, and South Africa will be eager to finish off the stage as early as possible in this first KFC T20 International South Africa Tour of New Zealand. To all the folks who have been with us on Sports Beyond Cancer, hope you're enjoying the stream and hope you manage to hit that like and subscribe button there, because every single subscription, every single like will mean the world to us. I see only 13 members have managed to come into the stream. I see only one person has managed to hit the like and subscribe button there. So requesting you, please, 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 for you it could be just a like, for you to go just to subscribe, because it could only take 2 seconds of your life, but for us it means a lifetime of support. For us it means a lifetime of hope, because we are currently battling our 5th cancer here, and it will definitely give us a hope, definitely give us a purpose, definitely give us a motivation to wake up and fight against this life, because I'm a sports journalist who's worked for 8 years as a sports journalist, 4 years in India, 4 years in New Zealand, but my 5th cancer coming and taking it all away from me, and the last 2.5 years has been battle of life and death, and gladly I somehow made it towards the remission phase. We still have a long way to go, with 1.5 years of treatment left, with the plastics and surgeries and the rehabilitation and the recovery to come in. But that's the reason we started something on this platform called Sports Beyond Cancer, because earlier I used to be on the field with my camera, with my paper and pen, with my diary there, interviewing players, talking to players, clicking sports photographs. But this is extremely new to me, and we are on the learning curve. That's the reason we started Sports Beyond Cancer, to show the world that despite all the odds, no matter what comes at us, five cancers at the age of 33, we'll be putting out a fight. We will not be giving up on our passion, and that's the reason why we are here. And thank you for believing in me, and thank you for believing in this journey. And please don't forget to hit the subscribe and like button there. And also, if at all you feel we are doing some justice on this channel here, please feel free to contribute via super thanks in the chat box there, or also you can use the scanner to contribute my recovery and our stream by scanning on the left bottom corner of our screens here. On that will be a wonderful way to contribute towards my fight. And thank you so much for being an integral part of Sports Beyond Cancer here. We'll be back with the chase here. 92 with the target, and South Africa should be looking to complete the game as early as possible here. Or will there be some hiccups along the way? We'll have to wait and watch. Stay tuned on Sports Beyond Cancer. We'll be back with more action from Bay Oval and Mount Maunganui here. Well. Welcome back to the chase here. As D Zorzi and Esther Hoysen are out there in the middle. 3 balls are done. 6 runs coming off the first 3 balls. Beg your pardon there. Just was coming back after walking my dogs there. So kindly excuse me for that. And the target here, just 92 for South Africa. And they definitely will be looking to finish off things as early as possible, or will they be having to face some hiccups along the way? We'll have to wait and watch here. Here is Kyle Jamieson running into ball to Zorzi. This time, good length delivery, shaping away from the left-hander. He's just tapped it towards the gully field. They're on the bounce, and that'll be a dot ball here. First KFC T20 International. It's a long tournament of 5 games. And this is going to be an exciting contest because both teams have wonderful potential, but we have seen a lot of squad rotation. This is not the same squad that played the ICC Men's T20 World Cup semi-final a couple of days ago. Last week, probably 8 or 9 days ago. It's an entire different setup. Only 4 members in the South African camp featured in the T20 World Cup campaign, and I think a lot of changes in the New Zealand camp too. So definitely a lot of new faces. Probably they are shaping up towards the next T20 International World Cup, or probably they're resting their senior pros who's had a huge wonderful campaign in the T20 International World Cup, and probably giving them some rest because most of the players will be heading back. Most of the players there will be heading back to play the to play the Indian Premier League, which will be starting extremely soon. So probably that could be the reason that some of the players who had a long tour in India and Sri Lanka for the World Cup getting a small break before they will have to head back to India, because I think they'll have to head back by the end of this week to join the teams, because the IPL commences from 28th. So definitely that could be the reason. A lot of changes here, a lot of youngsters being brought amongst the mix here in this tournament here. And this time that will be a dot ball to end the over. 6 for no loss after first over here, and South Africa require 86 of 115 balls here. 114 balls here, beg your pardon there. This time, Folks into the tag, and Esther Hoysen onto the patch and flicked it away towards the deep square leg, and he's off the mark here. Esther Hoysen is off the mark here. Here is Fox running into ball to Zorzi. This time, once again, straying down the patch. He's flicked it away towards the mid-wicket fielder there. Good fielding by Robinson there. And that'll just be a dot ball here. To all the folks watching the stream, I hope you're having a wonderful time out there. And hope you're enjoying the stream. And what a contest we've had in the World Cup. India going on to win that World Cup. Sanju Samson, what a redemption there. Scoring those huge knocks in the crucial games at the fag end of the tournament, in the do-or-die decider in the against West Indies, and then in the game against England, and then in the finals against New Zealand. Absolutely wonderful. That's how redemptions are meant to be, and that's how players, champions, make a comeback. This time banged in shot, and Zorzi early into the shot. No timing behind it. It's hit it in the air, and it's just lurking in the air for quite some time. And the fielder there is from the mid-on region there, running towards his left backwards, and is putting a slide, and is held on to the catch here. Bevan Jacobs, and he is held on to the catch, and that'll be the first wicket here for New Zealand here. And South Africa 7 for 1 after 1.4 overs here. Zokes picking up his first wicket of this night here, and he has dismissed Zorzi, who will have to take the long walk back. The ball was banged in a little bit short, not that much short to be honest there, but he has rocked back and he's tried to force a shot, trying to clear the infield, but only managed to scoop it in the air. And great judgment there from Bevan Jacobs, because he had to run a couple of yards towards his left out, towards the outfield, and he's managed to have his eyes on the ball till the end. That's the kind of commitment you want in the field, having your eyes, proper technique there. He's slid towards his left, and he's managed to hold on to the catch comfortably, and that will be 7 for 1 after 1.4 overs. Kyle Jamieson into his second over here. He starts off with a wide here, and a lot of fans here tonight. It's a double header here, because the women's game and now the men's game here, and the women's New Zealanders, the KIWIS, the BlackCaps. So the New Zealanders cricket team played wonderfully, with Amelia Cale leading them from the front. She's been in such kind of a form lately, and they will be hoping to carry that form into the T20 World Cup, which is going to follow in a couple of months. I think it's just 80 of 90 days away for the Women's T20 World Cup. That's going to be an exciting contest, and the way they batted today, Georgia Plimer and Amelia Kerr, that 146-run stand for the second wicket this morning here. Wonderful batting here. Amelia Kerr, especially the kind of start she got with 1 wicket down for nothing on the board. Isabella Gay is unlucky to have been run out off the first ball of the game without even facing a single delivery. But then Amelia Kerr and Georgia Plimer, with the kind of partnership they built, 146 for the second wicket, and they set the tone. And New Zealand, South Africa made a comeback, restricting New Zealand to 190. In reply, South Africa could not get a move on because Jess Care was wonderful. She was clinical with the new ball, especially her in swings and the kind of seam position. She was bowling exceptionally well with the new ball, the kind of seam and moment she was able to generate on this wicket. She troubled the South African top order, and she picked up 2 wickets for 15 or 13 runs, if I'm not wrong. And then Sophie Devine, the experienced campaigner, coming in the middle with the ball, picking up 4 wickets for just 15 runs, ensuring that New South Africa were bundled out for 100 and, not bundled out, beg your pardon, I think they were 110 for 7 after 20 overs, and they went on to win the game by 80 runs here. And the New Zealand fans would have expected similar performances at home from the men's T20 team to men's team tonight too, but it's a different story here, because the men's team have been bundled out for 92 in 13.4 or 13.5 hours, if I'm not wrong. And please ignore the scorecard on your screens, because it's not 92 for 8, because it's 92 for it's 91 all out and 14.3 overs. And in reply, South Africa losing Zorzi in the last over, but 10 for 1, just 3 point required run rate, just 4.7. So it should be an easy chase here. But will there be any hiccups along the way? Can New Zealand get a couple of wickets here and put some pressure back on the opposition here? Here is Kyle Jamieson running in swinger there, and Estruizen has driven it down the ground here. Mitchell Santner will running in from the mid-off region, will come across towards the long on region, and he'll cut off the ball and he'll restrict the batters to just 2 runs here. Good fielding there from Mitchell Santner. He has a smile on his face here, and that'll be 2 runs here. Here is Fox running into ball to Esterhuizen. He's picked up a wicket off his first over. Can he pick up one more wicket here this time? Beautiful ball here. Good length delivery, and the ball skidding and just shaping away from the right-hander, going past the outside edge of Esterhuizen, and that will be a dot ball here. Wonderful ball here from Fox here. Wonderful outswinger here. And Tom Latham, good carry to Tom Latham too. So wonderful ball here. And he'll be keen to get a couple of more wickets, because that would bring New Zealand back into the game. Then we'll have a fight on the cards, at least something to fight for. And here is Fox running into ball to Esterhuizen this time. Esterhuizen charges down the ground, and the ball was climbing out of the batter there, and did not get good timing on the shot. Here he somehow managed to pull the ball, keeping it away from the mid-wicket fielder there, and the ball running towards the deep mid-wicket region there, and the fielder will run back and trace the ball, and he'll restrict the batters to 2 runs here. Not the kind of shot he would wanted to play, because that was extremely unconvincing. Not a good shot here, to be honest, but he somehow managed to get 2 runs here. Here is Fox running into bowl to Esterhazy this time. A lot of it. Half tracker outside the off stump. That was asked to be punished. And he's cut it away past the point field there fiercely. And the ball running away towards the point region there for a boundary here. 4 runs here. Half tracker outside the off stump. Poor ball, a freebie. And Esterhazy wouldn't miss out on that. He's cut it on wonderfully. The ball running away into the boundary there. 4 runs here coming off the blade of Esterhazy. This time, full-length delivery, angling into the batter there. He has just defended it towards the cover of a point fielder there. Bigger pardon, towards the point fielder there. That will be a dot ball here. Great comeback here from Fox. The last ball, an absolute freebie. The New Zealand can't afford to bowl freebies in this contest because they have absolutely nothing on the board to defend. Just 90 odd runs to defend on the board. So definitely they need to be tight. They need to be backed up by some good fielding and performances to support the bowler. They definitely need to bowl in the right channel so that they get some pressure being built on the opposition here this time. Banks it in shot, and Esterhazy goes for the pull shot. He's pulled it along the ground, and the ball running away towards the deep square leg region there for a single here. Here is Fox, banks it in shot once again. Herman wanted to go for the big shot here, and the ball shaping away from the left-hander there, just going past the bat there, and that will be a dot ball here. Wild attempt here from Robin Herman here. Well, South Africa having two brothers playing the same playing 11 tonight here. Robin Herman and Jordan Herman. This time, the ball from Kylie Jamieson. Good length delivery, angling into the body of the batter there. He's managed to just tap it away towards the mid-wicket fielder there. That will be a dot ball here. Here is Jamieson running into bowl to Esterhazy this time. Once again, good length delivery. Esterhazy respects it and taps it away towards the front of the mid-wicket fielder there. Nothing more than a dot ball here. Great bowling, great channel here. 125.9 clicks on that one. And to all the folks watching the stream, hope you're enjoying this contest. Hope you're enjoying the stream here. Please don't forget to hit that like button there, because only when you hit the like button, the YouTube algorithm will push it out to many other people there. Only then we'll get a lot of support pouring in towards our channel here. So please requesting you, because we need to reach to the 1,000 mark as early as possible. So kindly requesting you to hit that like and subscribe button there as early as possible. Please do the same and help us in this journey and help us in this cause here. This time banks it in short. Jamieson and Esterhazy ducks away, but the ball was extremely high, and the leg umpire rightfully calling it as a white ball here, and the one for the over here. That'll be, he'll have to re-ball it once again. Here is Jamieson running into bowl to Esterhazy. He is just punched away towards the mid-on field there. That will be a single here. And he's off the mark here. Robin Herman is finally, beg your pardon there. Esterhazy has gone on to score 13 or 15 balls here. South Africa, they need not worry about the dot balls because the required run rate is just 4.53. This time, Herman, what a wonderful shot. The ball sailing deep into the stands here. Wonderful shot here. Kyle Jamieson running in, and the ball was banged in short, angling into the body there. And Herman's gone for the pull shot here, and he's managed to hit it with conviction. The ball sailing deep into the stands in the deep square leg region there. Huge six here coming off the blade of Herman there. Rubin Herman, beg your pardon there. And that will be the first six for Herman in this contest here. 64 of 92 required here. This time, will it be taken here? Tom Lathan. That could have been an easy catch for the point fielder there, but Tom Lathan decides that because he's donning the gloves, he has decided that he wants to take the catch here. And in the last moment, he realizes that he's way far away from it, but somehow managed to put in the dive and is managed to hold on to the catch here. Kyle Jamieson this time, the batter shuffling across the leg stump, and Kyle Jamieson, good length delivery, shaping the ball away from the left-hander. And Herman trying to clear the ball, hit the ball over the infield on the offside, only managing to get an outside edge. Then ball flying in the air for quite some time, lurking in the air. And the point fielder was well settled underneath the ball, but Tom Lathan with the gloves running in towards the point fielder calls for it. And at the end, at one stage, at the end moment, it looked like that he would definitely be far away from it, but he's put a full-fledged dive and is managed to hold on to the catch here. And Herman will have to take the long walk back towards the dressing room here. He's thrown away his wicket here. Despite getting that boundary, he was wanting to score that big shot and has tried to manufacture a shot out of nowhere, and that has caused to his downfall here. Definitely a big learning curve for the likes of Herman, the 29-year-old batter from Pretoria. Big learning curve, and he's been dismissed as Jason Smith is out there in the middle. Jason Smith, he was an integral part of South Africa. I mean, he just got one game in the T20 World Cup, but definitely he was an integral part of the plans. But South Africa never required the resources because that's the kind of team they had sent. They had well balanced, and they did not want to change much of the playing 11 in the contest there. Here is Jamieson running into bowl to Smith here. This time, good length delivery. And Smith taps it away towards the cover point fielder there. Just a slight misfield. And Esther Ruizen from the other hand wanted a single there, but Smith declining the single. The fielder has a shy at the bowler's end, but no damage there. That will be the end of the over here. 28 for 2 after the end of 5 overs. South Africa requires 64 runs of 90 balls. And to all the folks watching the stream, help me reach that 1,000 goal mark here. Kindly requesting you to hit that like and subscribe button before you go. Every single like, every single subscribe will mean the world to us. So kindly requesting you to hit that like and subscribe button before you go here. Well, I see around 10 people on the stream. Hope you managed to hit the like button there and subscribe button there. Requesting you to do the same. And this time, good length delivery from Ben Sears, 136.3 clicks on that one. And the ball was climbing on the batter. He's punched away towards the cover point fielder there. That'll be a dot ball here. This lime tried to outfox the batter there, but a change of pace, and the batter was completely outfoxed. But the ball going beyond the batter there and going away from the wicket keeper, and the ball running away into the boundary towards the fine leg in there. Great ball, but the ball just going past the hips of the batter and going past the diving efforts of Tom Latham towards his left, and the ball running away past the short fine leg fielder into the boundary. 4 runs here. That'll be 4 byes here for South Africa. Once again, straying down the line here. This time a full-length delivery, straying down the line. And Esther Huizen has smashed it away. He's flicked it off his pads here. And the ball sailing deep, and has landed onto the roof in the deep fine leg region. They landed onto the roof here in the deep fine leg region. The ball rolling from the roof, and it's stuck on the roof here. That'll be 6 runs here. Once again, full-length delivery, straying down the pads. And he's used flick the ball, and the ball sailing deep into the stands here. What a wonderful shot here from Esther Huizen. Definitely a change of ball here because the ball settled. The ball was rolling down the roof, and it has rolled and settled onto one portion of the roof there. So definitely the fourth umpire will be running in, and here he is running in, and it'll be new ball here out there in the middle here. 54 required from 86. South Africa, I'm getting a move on here. It's the last over of power play. This time, Ben Sears angling into the right-hander off his pads. The ball, I think the ball was straying down the leg, to be honest. No appeal there from the bowler. I think the ball was going down the leg and off the pads. The ball's run away towards the right of the short fine leg fielder there, and they'll scamper for a quick single here. Chris Brown, the umpire tonight here, standing in his 70th T20 international here. And he's been wonderful in the recent times with his spot-on decisions. And here is Ben Sears running into bowl to Jason Smith here. As Jason Smith is still yet to get off his mark here. This time he's just punched away towards the cover fielder, and they'll scamper for a quick single, and he's managed to get back into complete the run here, and he's off the mark here. Smith is off the mark, and that'll be 40 for no loss after the end of the power play here in the first KFC T20 International between South Africa versus New Zealand here. And to all the folks watching the stream, hope you managed to hit that like and subscribe button there, because every single like, every single subscribe will mean the world to us. Requesting you to do the same and share with your friends and family, because here we want to build a community here. Here we want to promote sports in the right directions here. Thank you so much for being an integral part here on Sports Beyond Cancer. Mitchell Santner, he's brought himself into the attack after the completion of the power play here. Santner, wonderful ball here. He's been economical throughout the ICC Men's T20 International World Cup. I think he was the second most economical bowler in the entire campaign here. And he was just behind USA, so Van Schlakwick. And Santner's been having an average of 6.20, 6.40 in the recently concluded ICC Men's T20 International World Cup. We all know what a clever campaigner is across the wickets, across surfaces. And this time Santner, lucky there for the batter there, managed to get the outside edge of Smith, but the ball just falling short of the slip fielder there and running towards the third man boundary there. And no chance for the fielder there. Wonderful ball, just falling short of the fielder there in the slip region, and the ball running away past him for a boundary here. Wonderfully bowled here, flighted through the air, the ball pitching and turning away from the right-hander, and it's had the legs to go to the boundary there. That'll be 4 runs here. Here is Mitchell Santner now. The slip has been stationed a little bit wider this time. Wonderful arm ball there. The ball pitching and turning into the right-hander there. Wonderful arm ball there. Skidding into the batter. Completely beating the batter. The batter had shuffled across the leg stump, and Mitchell Santner rightfully following him. Wonderful ball, and the ball, an extra bounce on the ball, and that causing some trouble there for the wicket keeper, Tom Latham. But on the bounce, on the second attempt, he's managed to hold on to the ball there. That'll be a dot ball here. This time a flighted delivery angling into the pads. Once again, he's driven it towards the mid-wicket fielder there. That'll be a dot ball. .44 for 2 after the end of 7 overs. South Africa required 48 more runs. This time, Sears change of pace here, rolls his finger on the balls. The ball stopping on the batter. He's just managed to hit away towards the mid-wicket region, and they'll cross over for a single here. Good change of pace here, rolls his fingers from the ball, and Esterhuizen was a little bit early into the shot, and the ball stopping on the batter, and he had to just flick it away towards the mid-wicket region, adjusting in the last moment, and he's adjusted pretty well to get it off and play it off to safety and get that single there. Here is Sears running into bowl to Smith this time. Good link delivery, a quicker one, and he's managed to just guide it along the third man region there for a single here. .46 runs required from 76. Here is Sears running in. Once again, change of pace. The ball stopping on Esterhuizen. He checked the shot by punching it down the ground, and the bowler diving it towards his right, and he stopped the ball. That will be nothing more than a dot ball here. Here is Sears once again. Good length delivery, and he's just opened the face of the bat and got it wide of the point fielder there towards his left. Esterhuizen was interested for the single, but Smith declines him, and that'll be once again a dot ball here. South Africa 46 for 2. 7.3 overs, 30 dot balls, 9 singles, 3 twos, 2 fours, and 2 sixes here. Time a slower ball, sir. Here, slow bouncer here. Beg your pardon there. And wonderfully, through Esther and in no man's land. Once again, fails to read the ball coming in from the hand of the bowler. He's early into the shot and tries to play the pull shot, tries to keep it along the ground, but completely outfoxed there. He was in no man's land, no position to play that shot, and that'll be a dot ball here. Appreciation from Tom Latham straight away. He knows that's bowled. That's bowled wonderfully. He's managed to deceive the batter in a comfortable fashion here. South Africa, as you can see on the scorecards here, they bat extremely deep. They wouldn't be worried about the 2 wickets that have been fallen here. And also with the Mia target on board, it should definitely be within a matter of time that South Africa should be able to get to this score here. Dot ball to end the over, and that will be 46 for 2 after the end of 8th over here. McConkey into the attack here, coming in from around the wicket here, lighted the ball outside the off stump, full length delivery, and Smith charges down the ground and is driven it along the ground towards the long off region there for a single here. South Africa bat deep, as you can see on the scorecards here, as you can see on the screens here. This time, McConkey and Esther has played the reverse sweep here wonderfully here. The ball coming in with the arm from around the wicket, angling away from the right-hander. Esther using the angle. He's gone for the reverse sweep and he's placed the ball perfectly past the short third man fielder there. The ball running away towards his right into the boundary there. 4 runs here. Wonderful shot here from Asteroids and great creativity, and he's managed to use the pace on the bowler. He's managed to use the bowler's angle to play that shot here. Here is McConkey this time. Better delivery here, pitching on the middle and turning into the hips of the right-hander. He's managed to just flick it away towards the deep mid-wicket region there, deep square leg region there. That'll be just a single here. Well, absolutely disappointing that none of you have managed to hit a single message in the chat box there. Because we would have wanted to have some human interactions, because we have been battling cancer for the past 2.5 years, and we have been craving to have some human connection and not feeling like that we are just sitting out here and talking to a camera here. And that's the reason I keep telling, please do let us know in the chat box from which city you're watching this game, or at least let us know which team you're supporting in this contest here, because that will make us the world to us. Because for you it will be just a second, for you it will be more, for me it will be monumental, because every single support will go a long way in this journey, in this battle with cancer. Fight cancer at the age of 33. This time banged in shot as Smith rocks back and he pulls it away towards the deep square leg region on the bounce. That should have been dispatched at the boundary, but nevertheless he's managed to get just 1 run here. And that will be the end of the 2 overs here, 55 for 2. Mitchell Santner, he stumped Jason Smith here, and that will be drink pick here. What a wonderful, wonderful ball here from Mitchell Santner, beautifully bowled, and there's nothing behind the crease here. Wonderfully flighted, the ball coming in at the arm here. A lot of air in the ball, and it dips on Smith, and he has been forced to play the forward defense, and rightfully the ball turning away from the right-hander, and in that process he's managed to come out of the crease there. And Tom Latham doing the rest, whipping the bails off, and he's confident, and it's been sent upstairs, and he's clean stumped here as South Africa lose the third wicket in this chase. Mitchell Santner picking up his first wicket of the night here. Can he get a couple of more wickets? Can we make something out of this match here? I clearly understand it's been that kind of a game here because it's been one-sided throughout, but it's a low-scoring game. But still, 37 more runs. Can New Zealand manage to test this new South African side here? Because a lot of youngsters here, as Deanne Forrester is out there in the middle. The Deanne Forrester, the 25-year-old left-hand batter, is out there, and straight away protection slip out there, and shot leg slip there, and straight away reverse sweep the ball going towards the wide of the point field. The Devon putting in the dive towards his right. He's managed to restrict the batters to just 2 runs here. South Africa required 35 runs now. Wonderful ball there from Santner. The way he drew Jason Smith out of his crease in the previous ball there. Here is Smith. I beg your pardon there, Santner. And oh, that could have been close. Leg slip there. Slip field there. Santner deciding to attack the stump. Stamper deciding to attack the South Africans here because he knows there's nothing to lose here. And he knows that his overs are going to be key. And the ball's turning a little bit on the surface here. Here is Santner running into bowl to Forrester. Good ball once again. This time the ball skidding into the batter there. He's just tapped it away towards the right of Santner. That'll be a dot ball here. Watchful batting here by Forrester. Here is Santner running into bowl to Forrester. A flight delivery. Oh, beg your pardon there. Almost chopping onto the stumps here. The ball pitching and turning, and I think off the edge. We'll have to wait and watch. Wonderfully flighted once again, throwing it slow through the air. Great reps on the ball off the inside edge. The ball crashing onto his thigh pads, and it was in the air. And for a moment, Santner were excited. Beg your pardon there. Latham was excited, but that'll I don't think more than dot ball here. Here is Santner. This time a quicker one, angling away from the left-hander. He is trying to drive the ball, going past the outside edge, and that'll be a dot ball here. Great over here from Santner. 2 runs and a wicket here. Wonderful over here. And South Africa requiring 35 runs of the last 10 at the halfway stage in the first in the chase here. 57 for 3 after 10 overs here, South Africa. To all the folks watching the stream, hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you enjoyed the contest. I know it's been that kind of a low-scoring game, but nevertheless, we are here, and we are thankful that you have been here. Kindly hit that like and subscribe button, because every single like, every single subscribe will mean the world to us. So requesting you humbly to hit that like and subscribe button. It will only take 1 second of your life, so please do the same by hitting that like and subscribe button, and pour in all the support you can towards the channel here. McConkey coming in from around the wicket, flighted ball, full delivery. He's driven it away along the ground towards the long on region there. That'll be a single here for Esterhuizen. He's been playing calmly. He's just rotating the strike. He knows that he did not need to play that fancy shots. He does not need to play that big shots. So he just needs to ensure that the team cross the line. And he is playing 26 of 28, and he knows that he's playing according to the circumstances. No point in going for the big shots here. He's happy to play that kind of a knock here. And mature enough there from Esterhuizen there. This time, wonderful ball from McConkey. 92.2 clicks on that one. Flighted delivery, pitching outside the off stump and turning away from the left-hander there. And Forrester just punching it towards the cover field there. That'll be a dot ball here. Here is McConkey once again. This time a full-length delivery. And Forrester drives it along the ground towards the long off region, and he'll pick up a single here. This time, Estero is in rocks on the back foot. He's just tapped it away towards the wide of the cover, towards the left of the cover region there, and he'll cross over for a single here. Here is McConkey, full toss on the pads, and Forrester has just driven it along the ground towards the deep mid-wicket region there. That will not be a single here. South Africa require just 31 from 55 balls in this first KFC T20 International in this contest here. South Africa tour of New Zealand. Both the men's and the women's team playing the competition here in this contest. Both of them having tours simultaneously. And earlier in the day, we saw how the New Zealand women defeated South African women by 80 odd runs. A big win for the New Zealand women there. And it seems like it's going to be a big win here for the South African men's here. Mixed emotions for the South Africa, for the New Zealand fans who are out there in attendance in the Bay Oval here in Maunganui. They saw the other team, the women's team, going on to win the contest. But this is definitely something that the New Zealanders will have to reflect upon. Nothing on the board, just 91 on the board at their very home ground. And the last ball, and it's just driven it away towards the backward point, deep backward point region there. I think they'll come back for a single here to end the over. And that'll be the end of the 11th over here. Beg your pardon there. They come back for 2 runs, and that'll be the end of the 11th over. 6 runs coming off Cole McConkey's second, and South Africa 63 for 3 after 11. Just 29 runs required of 54 balls. To all the folks watching the stream, kindly request you to hit that like and subscribe button there, because every single like, every single subscribe will mean the world to us in this journey. Every single thing will give us the hope to fight back at life. So please ensure you hit that like and subscribe button there. It's almost been 2 hours, and I see only 2 members hitting the like button. 2 hours and only 2 people hitting the like and subscribe button. Extremely tough on our cards here, because we have been pouring in all the efforts. We have been pouring in all the efforts despite battling cancer for the 5th time, and we are here. And it feels odd when we don't get the support required from the people. So requesting you, just take 1 second of your life. All it takes is 1 second of your life to hit that subscribe. It will give us a hope for a lifetime there. So please ensure you hit that like button and subscribe button, and help us get to the 1,000 goal mark as soon as possible, because only then we'll be able to generate some funds that will be useful along our way to our medical costs here. So please do the same, and that will be in the world to us. And if at all you want to contribute towards super thanks or super chat, you can definitely do that and contribute by using that chat box there. And if at all you want to buy us a book, if at all you want to buy us a book by supporting the journey, supporting the cause here, and want to contribute towards our fight here, please use the scanner there towards your bottom left on the screens there. Kindly scan to support my recovery and our stream, if at all you feel that we are doing some justice out there on this channel here. This time a flight delivery, the ball pitching and turning away from the right hander there. That will be a dot ball here. Santner once again, wonderfully bowled. This time the batter was shuffling way across the leg stump, and Santner, a quicker one off the inside as the ball just going towards the short fine leg fielder there. That will be a dot ball. They're just going past the stump, and Santner is bowling his heart out here. He's enjoying his time out there in the middle. Is definitely causing some concerns for the batter there with the kind of bowling he's been bowling. He's a wonderful campaigner. Wonderful ball here once again. Santner beautifully ball. The batter has a smile. The wicketkeeper has a smile. The bowler has a smile here. Once again, using the wide width of the crease there, and he's bowled beautifully. The ball flighted through the air, pitching on the leg stump, and turning away from the right hander there. And what a ball here. And Esther Hewson is clueless. He's clueless there. He's having a nod. He's having a big smile with the batter at the non-strikers end. And Jimmy Neesham in the slip squad, and there he has his hands above his head, his mouth wide open. He realizes wonderful ball there from Mitchell Santner, tossing it slower through the air, turning away from the right hander, and that'll be a dot ball to end the over. 64 for 3 after the end of 12 overs here. Wonderful over once again from Santner. 3 overs, 1 for 7. He's managed to bowl beautifully and pile up some pressure on the opposition camp here, but with a run so less, definitely the South Africans wouldn't mind playing off Mitchell Santner. Here is McConkey this time. Change of sides for him. Change of direction. Beg your pardon. Change of sides for him. He is coming in from over the wicket here. Not sides. Beg your pardon there. He's coming in from the over the wicket here. And flight delivery inside edge once again of Esther Ruiz, and the ball going towards short square leg region there. The batters will cross over for an easy single here. Just 28 runs required of 48 now. McConkey flight delivery outside the off stump to the left-hander. A full-length delivery. He's driven it away towards the sweeper coverage, and there Robinson in the deep. Fumble, but nevertheless quickly throwing the ball back to the wicketkeeper, just restricting them to 1 run here. Forrester for a moment there was interested to come back for the second run here, but nothing there. Here is McConkey straying down the leg, and Esther Huizen flicks it away towards the deep square leg region there for a single here. This time McConkey banks it short outside the off stump. He's rocked back and he's carried away towards the deep backward point region there. That'll be a single here. 5 runs coming off, 5 singles coming off the first 5 balls. Last ball here. Can McConkey cause some hiccups in the opposition camp here? McConkey flighted outside the off stump. He's driven it away along the ground. The ball going away to wide off the sweeper coverage, and there the batters will come back easily for 2 runs here. And great shot here from Forrester, and he'll keep the strike, and that will be 70 for no loss, 70 for 3 after the end of 13 overs. And this time Mitchell Santner, and he's been dropped. He's been dropped there in the silly point region there. Beg your pardon there. Straight down the throat of Robinson there. A good attacking field, and he's been dropped at short leg region there. He's been dropped at short leg region there. And straight into the hands of Robinson. Good attacking field set by Santner, and Forrester tried to flick the ball and straight into the hands of Robinson there, and off his palms, and he's been put down here, and Forrester will survive here. Santner has a wry smile on his face here. This time Forrester, I think he's Mitchell Santner using the width of the crease here, and this time the ball crashing into the pads here, and Mitchell Santner and Tom Litton having a word. Will they be taking it upstairs here? An appeal, but it has been turned down from the umpire, and they'll definitely be challenging the decision. Seems like it, nothing to lose, so they will be challenging the umpire's decision, and they have taken it upstairs here. We'll have to wait and watch as the third umpire is under the scanner at the moment now. I think the replays, the ultra suggesting that there's been no bat on ball there. We'll have to move front on. My only concern was this pitching outside the leg stump, because that's been my only concern here. Well, it's pitching in line, impacted in line, and just going above the bails here. Good decision by the on-field umpire. Just going above the bails here, and that'll be not out, and the umpire on-field decision will stand here. Great umpiring here, And Mitchell Santner has a big smile here. He's been unlucky to have just picked up 1 wicket. He's been bowling wonderfully this evening here. 3.2 overs, 7 runs, 1 wicket, and he's caused all sorts of trouble to the South African batters here. Here is Santner, and he's reverse swept it towards slip fielder. That will be a dot ball, as Jimmy Neesham in the slip cordon, as soon as he played the reverse sweep, shuffled immediately across towards his left, ensuring that there's no runs on board here. Runs on offer here, beg your pardon there. Here is Santner running into bowl to Forrester. And this time he's gone to play the reverse sweep once again. He's wrapped on the pads here, but this time I think it's pitching outside the leg stump. So I think we are not out an easy decision here for the umpire here. Santner this time is coming in from over the wicket, and this time a little bit short, turning into the left-hander. He's just rocked back and punched away towards the long on region there for a single here. Just 20 required from 37 balls now for South Africa in this first KFC T20 International. To all the folks watching the stream, please do ensure that you hit that like and subscribe button there. Every single like and subscribe will help us in this journey, in this battle here. So please take this moment and hit that like and subscribe button there. McConkey, a flight delivery towards the left-hander. He's driven it along the ground, and that will be a single here in the long off region there for Forrester here. He's into his last over here, McConkey. 3.2 overs, none for 23. Can he get a breakthrough or two here? That'll make the game interesting here, because we never know. T20 is a funny game. Can a couple of wickets here or a couple of wickets in the next over, and definitely things could look different here. That's just that's the beauty of cricket here. It's a game of fine margins, and you never know what can happen on a given day. And that's the reason so New Zealand should be keen to get this wicket as early as possible. This time angling into the pads once again. He's tucked it away towards the short square leg region there. That'll be just a dot ball here. McConkey, 2 more balls left in his spell here. Here he is coming in from over the wicket this time. Wonderfully bowled, the flight delivery, and the ball turning into the right-hander. Asteroids, and he's played calmly. He's understood the circumstances. He understood the wicket. He knows that he need not play that big shots. He's just driven it away towards the long on region there for a single here. And thank you so much there for your message in the chat box there. Umesh Devanarayan, thank you so much for being an integral part of Sports Beyond Cancer. Thank you for a wonderful message there. South Africa will win this one. Definitely South Africa looks like they're going to win this one, Umesh. Thank you so much for being joining us here tonight and watching this wonderful stream here. Hope you managed to hit that like and share button and subscribe button there, and you also share with your friends and family. They're requesting you all to do the same, to hit that subscribe button there, because we need all the support you could give to reach that 1,000 goal. mark, because subscriber and 1,000 goal mark, because only then we'll be able to generate some funds that will be helpful for us along this journey in this battle with cancer, which has taken away 2.5 years. The last 2.5 years, I was struggling with my fifth cancer alone, and rightfully we have been battling life and death, and now we have managed to enter remission. So that's the reason I keep telling you to please hit that subscribe button there, because it will help us motivate us to stay motivated and come back tomorrow, wake up with a purpose, and also have a purpose to live this life, and not think about what could be the precautions of this. So requesting you to hit that like and subscribe button as early as possible, and also you can contribute towards journey to a fight by scanning the QR code on the extreme left bottom there. This time Matt Henry, oh, that could have been touch and go. Beg your pardon there, Ben Sears there. Beg your pardon, Ben Sears there. No, oh, that could have been a run out. He's punched it towards the mid-wicket fielder there. And the crossover for a single there. And had he managed to get the ball there, that could have been an easy run out here. But he's missed the ball, and the batter was nowhere in the frame, and he'll cross over for a single here. Just 17 required from 28 balls now. Here is Sears running into fall to Forrester. Forrester's 10 of 22 balls here. This time the ball angling away from the left-hander. This time Forrester goes with the drive in the air over the cover fielder there. The ball running away towards the deep square leg, deep cover region there, crashing into the advertising boards. That'll be a boundary here. A wonderful shot here. Sears full length delivery outside the off stump. The ball was shaping away from the left-hander. A lot of width there, and Forrester goes with the drive. Did not try to hit the ball too hard. He's hit the ball over the cover fielders. The ball running away towards the deep cover region there, crashing into the advertising boards. That'll be a boundary here. That'll be do a world of good here for Forrester. He's been batting cautiously, especially he had to do the bulk of the batting against the likes of Mitchell Santner, who was phenomenal this evening here. Mitchell Santner, an absolute masterclass with the ball in hand, a magician with the ball in hand. He's an absolute delight for people who love to watch a spectacle of spin bowling, and he's definitely bowled his heart out here, Mitchell Santner. We saw him bowl once again in this contest. He's been clinical in the T20 World Cup, recently conducted T20 World Cup. He was the second most economical bowler throughout the tournament there. I think he was just behind Van Schlackwijk of USA. Van Schlackwijk of USA was had an economy rate of 6.2 if I'm not wrong, 6.2 or 6.23 if I'm not wrong. And then the second position was held by Mitchell Santner. Second or third position, I'm not wrong. I think second or third. I think after that final game, I think he climbed down to the third spot. If I'm not wrong, there after that final game, he climbed down to the third spot. Beg your pardon there. I think the second was, I think if I'm not wrong, Lungi Engedi should be on the second, or is it someone from Matthew Ford? I think Matthew Ford on the second, if I'm not wrong. Yes, I think it's Matthew Ford, if I'm not wrong there. But Mitchell Santner always less than 6.5, 7 across his spells, and we have seen him do it time and time again. And this time the ball outside the off stump. He has a wild drive going past the outside edge, and that will be a dot ball to end the over. 82 for 3 after the end of 16 overs here. This time, Kyle Jamieson tried to bowl the slow ball, the ball slipping from his hands, and that was a beamer here. And that'll be a no ball here. Straight away, the leg umpire calling a no ball, and definitely that'll be a free hit here for Esther Hoysen. Kyle Jamieson, the ball tried to bowl the slow one, take the pace away from the ball, and the ball slipping from his hands here. And straight away, apology coming in from Kylie Jamieson and acknowledged there from Esther Hoysen, who says it's okay, it happens, and that'll be good spirit there from both the players out there. And that'll be a free hit here. Here is Kyle Jamieson running in this time. The ball in the hitting arc, and Esther Hoysen hits it high in the air, does not get good power behind the shot here. And I think Jacobs out there in the long on was interested with the catch there, but I think he's managed to injure himself. I think in the process, I think he's just fallen before the ball comes down towards the ground here. Beg your pardon there, what happened out there? I think he was stationing himself underneath the ball to take the catch there, but I think he slipped there. I think he slipped there, and he slipped here. He slipped in an absolute not a good way. He's slipped, and he's just avoided the ball there because he slipped in some unusual fashion there, and he's definitely hurt himself there in that process there. Jacobs will have to walk out of the field here. He's walking out of the field as the physio comes in. He will have to walk out of the field, probably hurt his knee here, something. He was running in quickly towards the ball, and in that process he slipped, and he is definitely injured. He's limping back towards the dressing room. Jacobs is limping back towards the dressing room. Not the kind of sight you would want to see, despite whichever team you're supporting. Being a sports fan, you would never want to witness injury of a sports person or an athlete here. Even if you are supporting the other team, we are just rivals. There are no enemies here. We are just rivals on the ground, and definitely we know how hard it is for an athlete to undergo the injury, how hard it is for an athlete to face these injuries, because they are putting a lot of efforts and extremely not the kind of injury you would want to watch. Extremely painful when you watch for a sports fan, when you see any athlete, despite if he is belonging to the opposition team or even if he belongs to your team. It's extremely hard to see. Hopefully nothing serious here for Jacobs. He's walking, but is definitely limping, and is being taken into the dressing room, so that's some concern. Hopefully nothing serious here this time. Banks it in shot, and Esther Hoysen goes for the pull shot, doesn't get good power behind the shot here, just going past the deep square leg fielder there, and just clearing the ropes there, and that'll be the victory here for South Africa. That'll do the victory. South Africa winning here by 7 wickets, and Esther Hoysen unbeaten on 45 here. The ball was banged in short, angling into the body. Esther Hoysen goes for the pull shot, doesn't get good power behind it, and just going over the field, then deep square leg region there, and just sailing over the ropes here. Kyle Jamieson was hoping the fielder holds on to it, but that'll be a 6 here. That's the reason he's played sensibly. He did not try to play the big shots. He waited. He played as per the circumstances. He showed some maturity, because we all know that we did not need to play that flashy kind of an innings here, fancy kind of an innings here, fancy kind of a shots. All it was required was to get to the 90-run mark, and they managed to get it in the 17th over, ladies and gentlemen. It took 17 overs for South Africa to get to that 97 mark. That's the reason I kept saying that South Africa, New Zealand should have got somewhere close to 140 or 130, and then that could have been interesting, because the way Mitchell Santner was bowling tonight was extremely wonderful to see how Mitchell Santner was bowling tonight. And with that said, let me put the scorecard up for you. And it's a Sunday afternoon here in India. It's 2:33 p.m. I hope you are enjoying. We have been covering the games right since the morning. The women's game where South Africa lost by 80 runs, where New Zealand won by 80 runs. And there's the scorecard for you. Tony Dizorzi dismissed for 2. Cat Jacobs folks, and Connor Esterhuizen unbeaten 45 or 48 balls. He stood there out there in the middle, 2 6s and 2 4s. Ruben Herman, unfortunate. He played a loose shot through his wicket. He was dismissed by the bowling of Jamieson, caught by Latham. 7 runs, 6 balls there. And Jason Smith, 10 runs of 14 balls. And Dan Forrester supporting role there. He was happy to play the second fiddle. He ensured that he'll block from one end, and they go on to win this contest despite any more hiccups in the batting order. There's 16 of 25 for Jason Smith there. So that's the story so far. The first T20I international in this KFC T20 International South Africa tour of New Zealand in the men's. South Africa winning the game comfortably by 7 wickets with 3.2 overs to spare. And that's the story here. And for New Zealand, what a wonderful, wonderful spell of bowling here from Mitchell Santner. 4 overs, 1 run, 8 wicket. 4 overs, 8 runs and 1 wicket. Beg your pardon there. I exactly told the opposite there. That would have been wonderful if he had taken 8 wickets for just 1 run. But nevertheless, Mitchell Santner, 4 overs, 1 wicket for 8 runs, an economy rate of 2. He's absolutely clinical and he bowled his heart out. And it took 17 overs for South Africa to chase the mark of 94 runs. And Zachary Foakes, 2 overs, 1 for 8. Kyle Jamieson, 3.4 overs, 1 for 28. And Cole McConkey, 4 overs, none for 24. So that's the story out here so far. New Zealand winning the toss and opting to bat first on this wicket, only managing to put up 90 runs on board, 91 runs on board, courtesy 26 runs from James Neesham and 15 coming in from Cole McConkey. No other players have managed to put up, and Santner scoring those 15 runs. And Mokoena, the youngster, he's picked up 3 for 26, and Goral Koetse 2 for 14, and Bartman 2 for 22, and Maharaj 2 for 25. South Africans always impressive. Every single time they come up with new pacers, and everyone comes and bowls 145 plus clicks, 140 plus clicks, and they manage to impress the cricketing world with the kind of performances they deliver time and time again, and the kind of fast bowling talent that they generate time and time again is absolutely phenomenal. Something that they would be grooming across the age groups, and we have seen in the World Cup the Mfaka, the Corbin Bosch, the Marco Janssens, and today we saw how Noyanka bowled here in the first innings, picking up those 3 wickets here. Nokobani Mokoena, beg your pardon there, and Gerald Coetzee, what a start, what a comeback. He's bowled brilliantly, 3 overs, 2 for 14. He gave the wonderful start to South Africa. And Othniel Bartman, a peach of a delivery to get rid of Nick Kelly there, wonderfully bowled, unplayable, and he was inspirational with the ball too. He was clinical, and they managed to restrict the Kiwis at the very home for 90 runs. In reply, Connor Esterhuizen, 45 of 48 balls, unbeaten, and supported by Dean Forrester, who scored 16 of 25 balls. Happy to play second fiddle and ensure that the team does not face any more hiccups as they cross the line here. Thank you, Umesh Devanarayan. Well done, South Africa. Thank you, Umesh, for your wonderful message. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Hope you managed to hit that like and subscribe button there. And in the other game here, Bangladesh versus Pakistan. It's a decider. It's the ODI decider here between Bangladesh and Pakistan. Bangladesh being put into bat by Pakistan, and they are 66 for no loss after 11 overs here at the Sher-e-Bangla National Stadium here in Dhaka. So that should be an interesting contest. The first game going in Bangladesh's favor, the second game going in Pakistan's favor, and this is the final T20 International. I think we'll have to wait and watch how things go ahead. So hope you enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much. This is Saurav Vittalmurthy signing off from Sports Beyond Cancer. Take care, stay safe, irrespective of whichever part of the world you're in. Good morning if you're in the other part of the world, and have a wonderful day if you're on this side of the world here. So hopefully you have a wonderful time, and hope you enjoy. Hit the like and subscribe button, and also the bell icon, so you will be tuned in along with the whatever posts or videos we bring on this channel here. Thank you for being and supporting my cause and supporting my fight. Every single contribution, be it like, be it subscribe, will definitely motivate me. Thank you so much. This is Saurav Vittalmurthy, a former sports journalist, signing off from Sports Beyond Cancer.